Hi, my name is Chris Williams, and I'm making this video specifically for a man named John who bought a grinder from me right before Blade Show 2014 and picked it up at Blade Show, and I neglected to take 10 minutes to show him a little bit about the grinder, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Anyway, the triple arm grinder, because it has 3 slots, which is why we call it a triple arm, has it only comes with 2 adjustable handles. Now, I only use the adjustable handles in the top and the bottom slot, the forwardmost slots. If you do that, then they won't hit each other when you loosen one. So I don't even use the middle slot. When I do, I'll use a small handle and put it back here. One of the small ones is here. Generally, I don't even do that. So adjustable handles are called adjustable handles because they can actually adjust. When they're tight, you can pull them out and reorient them. I always orient them facing forward. That way I know they're tight. So if you ever see one facing down, you know it's loose. So you just bring it around. When one is tight, it won't hit the other one. So anyway, I always put my accessories in the top slot, the first slot. Whether it's a flat Platen, a small wheel, or a contact wheel, always put it in the top slot. Tool rest always goes in the 3rd slot. That's just how I do it. You can change the way you're using the grinder, and you come up with other and better ways. So be it. The grinder needs proper belt tension in order to operate properly. In order to do that, this arm right here should be parallel to the tabletop. So right now it's canted a little up, so I need to pull the flat Platen out further. What happens is I've got the flat Platen in all the way because I went to bed last night. I don't like to keep my belts under full tension. So I'm going to loosen and pull it out and then retighten. And now the arm is about parallel with the tabletop, and so now I have proper tracking. The tool rest, if you loosen both handles, you can put this tool rest wherever you want it. You always want this tool rest in the middle of the belt. I see a lot of guys will take this small short arm and they'll put it 90 degrees and then they'll find out that the tool rest is not centered on the belt. So don't do that. You know, this is infinitely adjustable. So I loosen both, put it where I want it, and then tighten everything up. You can get out of the way just by going like that. The flat Platen is adjustable. You know, when I flatten things, I usually angle it slightly forward like this so I can see what I'm doing. And then I flatten something. The tool rest, because it's adjustable in height and narrow or wide, if you find that your flat Platen's getting a grooved up area, okay, just raise or lower your your tool rest, until you get to a new area that's not getting grooved up. A lot of people have called and want to buy a backup one of these, and I just say just flip it over. The back side is the same as the front. It's just through-hole threaded. What I've found is after I start to groove up both sides, glue some Platen glass to it, some hardened pyrocerm glass. I get it from USA Knife Maker. I buy it 15 inches long. It's not very expensive, and I cut it with a tile saw, a diamond cutting tile saw, to the length I want, and I JB weld it right on there. That's what I do, and glass seems to last me 1 year of hard use. So do that only after you groove it all up. You'll want to degrease it real well with some carburetor cleaner, acetone. Same with the glass, JB weld, and just make sure it stays flush with the edge of the steel. You have to baby it for about 3 to 4 hours because it's going to want to move. So I usually put my flat Platen in a vise facing up, plate facing up, glue the glass on, and just check on it repeatedly. I do not clamp it to the steel. I just butter up both the steel and the glass, just put it together, squeeze as tight as I can with my fingers, get the excess comes off the sides, call it a day. No clamps. Alright, so the tool rest is adjustable in angle with this included Allen key. So I can take and put this all the way up to a 45. And how do you know what angle it's at? By the Northern Tools magnetic angle gauge. I can put it to 45. If you go past 45, the knuckle that I'm adjusting will start to hit the belt. So you've only got from 45 to 90. And I'm right at 45 right there. Now what I haven't done is chamfered the edge, this back edge here, at a 45. I always do that on my grinder so the leading edge of the tool rest can get right up close to the belt. Every one of my tool rests is chamfered on one end. I suggest doing that. Now the grinder is also a horizontal grinder, and you flip it over not by standing in front of it. You're going to wrench your back doing that. Step off to the side and push on the tool on the tracking wheel. If you do that, it's actually quite light. Same bringing it back. You can also pull on the tracking wheel. Just just grab one hand, bring it over, and just set it down gingerly. Now once you do that, the tool rest needs to be rotated. We do that just by loosening, pulling it out, rotating 90 degrees, putting it right back in. Now once we do that, loosen, and this can go right where you want it. Now you've got a tool rest of 45. Again, because this isn't chamfered, the leading edge of your tool rest is not up against the belt, so I strongly suggest you chamfer your tool rest. And you can buy extra ones of these. There are a lot of guys who buy extra ones of these, and I even make one now that's 10 inches by 5 inches, so it's quite a bit bigger. I just don't have it in front of me. You know, if you want to do some handle work, I use the contact wheel. This is a contact wheel to do handle work. The only thing you've got to do is put this to 90 degrees with the included Allen key. What I do is just guess 90. Just get it close, okay? There you go. Tighten the heck out of it. Tighten as tight as you can with the Allen key. Bring it up here, and with a 1, 2, 3 block, which is not included, but you can buy one on eBay. Check to see if you're square, and I'm not. So I'm going to take the weight of the 1, 2, 3 block, start the knot on the side, and I'm now square. Maybe one more hit. I'm about a ½ degree off. Okay, I'm perfectly square. Now you can't change this angle by hand. It's impossible. It will stay wherever you put it all day long, but the weight of the 1, 2, 3 block can change the angle of this by its weight. So if I keep going like this, you see it'll keep moving. Yet it'll still stay there. Nothing's loosened. There's a spring washer that you're overcoming with the weight of the 1, 2, 3 block. That's how I suggest you tweak in that last ½ degree. It's about impossible to hold it at 0 and then tighten the Allen key and it stay there. It's just not going to work like that. That's the secret to this grinder. Anyway, we'll get this back to 90. Okay, we're exactly at 90. Put this here. Now you're ready to do some handle work. Okay? You're going to do some horizontal grinding. Also, if you put this at 60 degrees and put it up against the flat platen, that's how I do my swedges. This wedge was done that way. 60 degrees. Again, just use your magnetic angle gauge. That's about everything I wanted to show you, John, that I omitted to show you at the Blade Show, and again, I apologize for that. I owe you a beer when you come to Fayetteville. Anyone else who's bought one of my grinders, I hope this little bit of information helps you. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it back. I'm going to reorient the flat platen facing straight up. I'm going to go ahead and put this back up in the way I like to use it. Remember, when you don't want that tool rest there, it just goes away. Hey, thanks so much for coming by, and thanks so much for purchasing a Wilmont grinder.